What's going on? We're back. Not even back, we're still in Reading. I'm kicking it out here for a little bit and just enjoying a little Pennsylvania summer, but I'm back at the park that I filmed my first YouTube video at. We're at Hyde Skate Park in Muhlenberg, and there is a trick that I want to do. Like the rest of the tricks that I've been doing in these series, it's something that I kind of already can do, but there's just a little catch. I don't really skate nollie too much. I can do nollie tricks down stuff, but I don't really do nollie tricks into grinds. And I figured I'm gonna mix one of my favorite tricks that you guys see me do all the time with a new way to get into it. Today, I'm gonna try nollie frontside nose blunts. I've done them, I just don't have them that great. And I'd really wanna get the whole box, maybe down the hubba, and just do it a couple different ways, get comfortable nollieing into things, because I think that is a little missing piece of my skating. I can skate nollie. I'm not saying I can't, but I can skate nollie better. You already know, it's time to go throw on my socks and shoes, give you my hypothesis, and figure out how to nollie into nose blunt slides. All right, nollie frontside nose blunt slide. Usually, my hypothesis for my tricks when I'm doing these videos is always like, I gotta put my foot here, I gotta ollie in this way, land in it that way, whatever. This one, I know how to nose blunt pretty well. It's one of my favorite tricks, and it's actually really easy for me to do. I just don't nollie into it, which I think that it's gonna be easier to get into nose blunt because my board is not gonna have to do so much. I don't have to ollie and then kind of like bone the nose down to get into nose blunt. So I feel like it's gonna just kind of be like right into nose blunt and super easy. It might even be a new favorite trick of mine. So my prediction with this one is I feel like I don't know where to put my back foot when I do it. I don't know whether I need to be like set up like a nollie heel, a nollie flip, kind of somewhere in the middle of the board with my back foot, because I've always had issues doing switchback 180s and like nollie front 180s. It's just something about that motion and popping off of my left foot that just doesn't really make any sense to me. I think if I figure out where my back foot needs to go, and if I also figure out how to nollie pretty solid but still kind of turn my shoulders, that's the main thing I'm not understanding, is how you nollie and turn kind of on your front foot and still get a good solid nollie pop. Maybe it's something I need to do where I nollie first, turn second, and then lock in. And maybe that's just all it is. Maybe I need to just separate all of the motions of the trick rather than trying to do everything together. So I like this trick a lot. I think it's one of those tricks that like, it's kind of slept on, you know? Like you don't really see them too much, but when you do, there's something about them. Whether it's nollie frontside nose blunt or backside nose blunt, they both just look sick. I think going nollie into a grind trick is like, I don't want to say it's rare, but it's definitely less common. More people just ollie or flip or spin into a grind trick. I always admired skaters that I saw with like a good nollie that they can do anything with. Like they can nollie into grinds, they can do nollie flip tricks downstairs, they just could skate nollie on pretty much anything. I feel like for me, that's something that I want to add to my skating. Today, I want to figure out how to crack the code of nollieing better into tricks. I can do nollies, I can do nose blunts, and I feel like I could do both together probably pretty well. I just have to figure out exactly how I need to turn my body to get into a nose blunt. All right, socks are on, shoes are on. I'm gonna go to the ledge first. I'm gonna do it on a couple of different obstacles in the park because doing it on one will teach me a little bit. Doing it on everything is gonna teach me everything I need to know. You thought I was not gonna do those other tricks? Every video, I'm doing those tricks because we gotta keep those tricks in my bag. I'm gonna do a couple on the box and then we'll get to the nollie nose blunt eventually. One day I'll learn how to not bounce a nollie flip off the ground. For today, we're keeping it. I'm gonna go to the skinny ledge. I'm gonna start there and see what we got with this nollie nose blunt slide. All right, let's see how this thing slides. These things are notoriously dry. All right, that wasn't too bad. Get a solid nose blunt or two. All right, let's try a little nollie fitty. So now I gotta figure out what angle to take at this thing. I don't know if I need to go parallel, little angle. That felt kind of right. I'm just gonna go for it. I feel like when in doubt, just try it. Oh my God. All right, it's a start. It's definitely not how to do it, but it's a start. All right, I think I gotta stay a little more solid in the shoulders. Yeah. I feel like I gotta like stay a little more solid because when I do the nollie in, I lose my balance. I gotta figure that out. All right. go a little slower and try to control it. Oh my God, nah, speed's my friend. I was off balance, but I gotta figure out how to really get in that one clean. I definitely used all of my might to get into that one, so I gotta find an easier way. So I'm kind of like in my foot position right now. Right now, got my back foot, kind of like toes hanging off a little bit. And I've just got my front foot right in the middle, right in that sweet spot. But I'm noticing that every time I'm getting in, I'm just getting like thrown backwards. And I've got to figure out how to just get in a little smoother, just easy nollie in, because it feels like I'm really trying to nollie. And I think that's a little bit of my problem. That one felt like the one. I need to figure out how to replicate what I just did. Oh man. All right, it's time to slide the whole ledge. Oh my God. It's so weird to just be in the air waiting. Like, I'm used to either like kick flipping into this trick or just ollieing where there's something happening. You either like ollie and you just like shift your weight into it, so there's something happening in the air, or you kick flipping, catching. There's something happening in between. Me just doing a nollie feels insane. I feel like I'm just nose blunting the air and then nose blunting the ledge. I clipped the ledge a little. I'm gonna run that back. So I want to go to the high box, but before I do that, I think something that'd be good to incorporate in this trick is popping out of the middle of the ledge. That's like a lot of control, and especially going slower doing nollies, it's going to help me really understand like timing, the distance I am from the ledge, and all the things that are going to be important when I eventually get to the hubba. I keep trying to cheat over the back of it, and I know that I need to go over the corner. Some people say that's not a nose blunt, but I don't think so. I think if you could do both, if you could do it from the side and from the back, I think you could nose blunt. Time for a couple on the tall ledge. I feel like at this point, I really know how to nollie in. It feels pretty solid, so I'm gonna do a couple on these and then move to the impact zone, the big little hubba. Wasn't as bad as I thought, but I definitely gotta move it over because it's a little narrow with the flat bar being right there. So I'm learning that like the taller the thing I have to go up to, closer my feet have to be. I don't know if that's true for everyone, but for me, it seems like the nollie I was doing that was like this on normal stuff turned into that. And I don't know if maybe it's just a quicker snap or it just pops higher, but that's what I'm learning is working for me. To the big section we go. Well, Gabe is gonna join me in this session. Who knows if this thing even grinds or slides anymore.
I don't think it's been barely touched lately.
Well, let's do it. We're gonna get his back with a little nollie 50. I think it's a good place to start for me. Let's give him the old faithful. That one still works. I think it's time to just go for it. If I can get over rolling up the bank with like my feet set up nollie, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Ah, I really try to get your back. There we go. Shout out Gabe, he's got me trying this. He's out here grinding the hubba like it's 10 years ago. All right, right here. You heard it.
Gotta put more pressure on that.
It's all right, I'm gonna do it one more time.
Like, I remember it's like a hubba, it's at a sled. Yours is sick, but I remember it's like at a sled, so I just gotta put a little more oomph into it.
Before I end the video, what do they say? Strike while the iron's hot or whatever. I'm gonna try something because if my math is correct, I got this shit. So that's it. I really just got comfortable once I did a couple nollies, and that was kind of the end of that. Like once I figured out how to pop and like when to pop, it really just became a nose blunt after that. It kind of made it easier because I was already in a nose blunt position when I was in the air. So it just works out better, and in my opinion, it looks a lot cooler. So I'm stoked I was able to get it on a couple obstacles, and I'm really hyped that I learned a new trick. I never really did nollie, nose blunt, nollie flip. I'm hyped on that. It turns out it was really just all mental, and I know I say that at the end of my videos a lot, but it really is. I'm learning that it's not so much what you can't do or what you can do, it's just what you allow yourself to do. And I definitely didn't allow myself to do a lot of shit that I wanted to, and I'm slowly getting more and more confident trying things that are just not what I'd usually do. If you guys like this, please like, comment, subscribe, all of the good YouTube stuff that helps me out. I appreciate it, and as always, till next time, peace.